I think photography is interesting in many different ways, but the thing that I think is most interesting is photojournalism. The stories that I like to work on are stories that have a meaning that can affect people emotionally. I'm a photojournalist based in Copenhagen, Denmark. I work mostly at a Danish daily newspaper where I have a freelance contract. In the moment that I take a picture, the feeling is very important. I'm not trying to document what happens. I'm trying to just make the picture look like the feeling that I get of the situation. This story is about Vibe, a little girl who got a brain tumor and went through a lot of treatments. She was 7 years old. This is at the beginning. She had this stem cell transplant. A lot of very cold fluids are injected into the body. This is very painful, so this is pain that the picture shows. This story would be impossible to do in one picture. I think many stories can't really be told in one picture. They need more to develop. I started the story during this hospitalization, and I followed the family for a year. Most of the time it was pretty easy to forget that she was sick and just photograph whatever was going on. In this picture, she's together with her twin sister. She's still a happy girl, but you can also see she's in a wheelchair. She's being affected more and more by the sickness. It's pictures like this that are so important to make the story complete, because you still have joy and happiness, even though there is this dark reality at the same time. I wasn't just a photographer, I was a friend as well. That came naturally during the process. I don't think you should try to not be involved, but you have to balance between being close and being far enough away to be able to do journalistic work. Sometimes I sit for a long time not shooting pictures, and then all of a sudden there's something like this. There's just this moment that tells a story. In this picture, you see all these windows of the hospital, but she's alone at the same time, fighting against the disease. It's that feeling that I'm trying to convey. This is where I've come closest to telling the whole story in one picture. Family life still moves on, even though your daughter is dying. Sadly, the treatments didn't work, so Vibe died from cancer. Sometimes people say that you can't photograph with tears in your eyes, and I think you can. In Western countries, you almost never see pictures of kids that are dead. But this was the reality of what had happened, so we decided to publish it. I was with the family at the worst time of their lives, and Vibe was a very good friend of mine. It was like losing a family member. But pictures can sort of freeze moments that can live on for a very, very long time. Pictures can be very strong. You're able to tell important stories and touch people emotionally. When those two things combine, then you have strong photojournalism.